Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Israel. This is Preaching Officer NAYAAHLA, filling in for the Preaching Officer of 1,000, the car. We're the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm coming to YAHANNA. It says 1969, we're teaching the truth that the Black, Spanish, and the Native Indians are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. I mean, first, listen, this is my first time back, well, on the podium since I got this cover. I want to say, shout out to Commander John YAHANNA and all the brothers that helped with the academy, also the class of 2025. But yeah, man, we the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West. I mean, what we do is we teach the Bible. We teach the Black, Spanish, and Native Indians the Bible and who they really are according to God. You see what I'm saying? Because being here in America, America don't teach you nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's why they call it the home. That's why they say, what they call it? They call it the home of dreams. That's because here in America, the Blacks and the Spanish and the Indians been living in a dream. We've been living in a dream since we got over here, or since we came over, since we got out of that so-called slavery, out of the chains. You see what I'm saying? We've been living in a dream, thinking that one day we'll be right with Master, which is a so-called white man, or the oppressor. Period. When in all reality, that would never happen. You know what I mean? We would never be one with any other nation because they don't look at you as a human. They don't look at they look at you as a servant. You know what I mean? Even in Islam, you know what I mean? Those brothers, those Arabs in Islam, they don't salam alaikum you just because they really look at you as being a servant of Allah. No, they're afraid of you. They just want peace. They're afraid of you. I mean, that's why they don't invite you nowhere. They don't try to get to know you. They hang around their own people. See what I'm saying? So that's why we, the men in the I.S.U.P.K, we teach the Bible. We teach that the Black and the Spanish, the Indians need to come together amongst ourselves. I mean, build our nation back up, because all we've been doing is trying to get involved in all these other nations and all these other religions and things like that. And we ain't do nothing but fail. You see what I'm saying? It's time to wake up. And I'm going to start it off with the book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 4. It says, and I heard, this is John, it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. You see what I'm saying? Who is that her? That her is America. It's time to come out of her. And so what is that saying? It's saying, like, stop following after American doctrines. You see what I'm saying? Come out of her. Stop keep. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we live here in America. We live in the ghettos and things like that, but you don't want to do the things that the oppressor tells you to do, like sell drugs. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to sit there, sell drugs to a brother, sit out there, whore your sisters out and things like that. You don't want to do those things. You see what I'm saying? That's why it says, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin. You see what I'm saying? Like I just brought out. What is the sin? Us selling drugs, us whoring out our sisters, us sleeping with brother wives and things like that, us joining it or becoming the alphabet community. You see what I'm saying? All those things are partaking of her sin. Those are the sins of America, or the so-called white man. They does that. You see what I'm saying? They push that. They are the real homosexuals and things like that. You see what I'm saying? So it says, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So we won't receive her plagues. I mean, we won't end up in jail. We won't end up on life support because we wanted to be in the alphabet community and got AIDS and all these other, diseases. You see what I'm saying? So we won't unalive. So you won't have to walk down the street worrying about watching over your back because you want to unalive another brother that belongs to. That's probably somebody important. You know what I mean? You don't want to be a part of America plagues. You see what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, we look at America as being a great nation, but nobody like America. Nobody like America. You see what I'm saying? The things that America done to all these other countries, why would they? Why would they want to, be cool with America? You go to Africa. Africans don't like America. They come here for what? The opportunity. They don't come here to make America great again. They come here to, they come here to make money to ship back to their people, to give their people, a better life or a better living in their land. They're not here building up anything but to benefit their people. You see what I'm saying? So that's what us men here in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA do. We wake up the blacks and Spanish and Native Indians and let y'all know that y'all not just drug dealers. You know what I mean? That y'all not just murderers, pedophiles, LGBT community, whatever. I mean, y'all not none of that. You know what I mean? Y'all are God's chosen people. I mean, so it's time to come out of her. Come out of America. Wake up. Wake up. Smell the coffee, man. I mean, we keep trying to, we seen generations and generations join the Christian church, and they all failed. They all died. There's always something that was said about the Christian church, you know what I mean, that's not of the Lord. So why is it that we go back? Why do we keep returning to the same place that's, set up to destroy us? These Christian churches here to set up to destroy you. They're not there to build you up. They don't build them. They're not there to build you up. You only see those people on Sundays. You don't see those people any other day but a Sunday. I mean, the scripture says, know who labor amongst you. Those people that's in that Christian church, they only deal with each other on Sundays. But us men here in the I.S.U.P.K, man, we get together. We get together all the time. We step outside together. We had barbecues. I mean, shout out to Car for being on that grill, hooking us up. I mean, but we mingle and we talk to each other, be around each other all the time. You see what I'm saying? We also do that with people of the block. They love us around here, man. I mean, so that's what we do. That's what the Lord told us to do. The Lord told us to gather ourselves together. I mean, we're supposed to come together as one, but you don't find that nowhere else. You don't cut. You don't see no other. I say religion. Period. And if you don't know religion, really, if you go to that church, like I said, you only gonna see those peoples on Sunday. But Monday through Saturday, you're not gonna see none of them. These brothers, I see these brothers all the time. I see these brothers every day. You see what I'm saying? I know these brothers. Scripture says, know who labor amongst you. And that's what we do. We be around each other, get to know one another. We labor, we labor amongst each other. So that way we can get to know each other. You see what I'm saying? So that's very important. To wake up and come out of America. You know what I mean? So you won't be partakers of her plagues, man. Listen, the jails is filled with us. The jails is filled with us. The corners is filled with us. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm from Kensington. The Kensington is filled with us. You know what I mean? That's us being partakers of America. That's where we will be. You know what I mean? We going to, that's how you know we're partaking of what America, the sins of America. When you see us on those corners. When you see us, addicted to these drugs, strung out on these drugs, you know what I mean? When you see us ready to unalive each other off of a chain. They just killed that brother over a chain that they can't even sell. You know what I mean? So, let's not be partakers of America. Let's do what the Most High told us to do. And let's come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, you know what I mean? And the thing is, those brothers, those young men that unalive, you know what I mean? I don't know what they are. Pretty sure. I don't even want to say pretty sure, but because I really don't know. But that's why it's important that we know who we are as a people. You know what I mean? Because if you know who you are as a people, you know damn well. You unaliving somebody for that is against the Most High. Look it. Let's see. Y'all know, for nothing. That's against the Most High to unalive a brother just for a chin. So, and 9 times out of 10, those brothers that did it is what? Muslims, Christians. I mean, everything else but knowing, but who they really are. And that's, I mean, probably a Hebrew Israelite. I mean, came from Judah, one of the 12 tribes. But it's important that we know who we are. And the reason why I say it's important that we know who we are, because once you understand and realize who you are, you know, I mean, what's your role in life? You know what you have to do. You know what you have to eat. You know what I mean? Because you know there's a God that you have to worship. It's like, yeah, you know what God you will have to worship. You see what I'm saying? And just knowing, like I said, just knowing who you are, I mean, it'll put a stop to black on black crimes. Knowing who you are was put a stop to you having to stand on that corner and, you know, destroy your community, or you getting on those drugs. I mean, the fact that we're doing those things is because we don't know who we are. So the only thing we can do is to partake in America's sins. You know what I mean? You keep teaching, bro. Yeah, I'm at the school now. Foggy. But yeah, no, that's why it's important to know who you are, because you won't, by you knowing who you is, you will not become that drug dealer. By you know who you is, you won't become, you know what I mean, that drug addict, that whore monger. You see what I'm saying? You will know who your enemy is. You know what I mean? But the fact that we don't know who we are, it's easy to partake in America's sin. I mean, that's why the scripture says, come out of her, my people. Don't be partakers of her sin. Don't be partakers of America's sin. You see what I'm saying? You're more than just a drug dealer. You're more than just an addict. You know what I mean? You are God's chosen people. I mean, I'm about to get that for you right now from the book of Deuteronomy. I mean, it's very important. Those are one of the big, those are one of the big things. But that's one of the first steps on you fighting whatever demon that you are fighting, is knowing who you are. I mean, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. It says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The word holy means separate. So it says, for thou art a separate people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people. You see what I'm saying? Now, one thing is, like, once we understand that we are a special people unto the Lord thy God, you understand it's not a walk in the park. You know what I mean? Knowing that you are that you are God's chosen. That's like that's like your father. I mean, when you know your father, your father favor you more out of all his other kids, you're not going to act or be like none of them. You're going to keep trying to do. You're going to do whatever it is to please your father. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's very important that once you know that you are an Israelite, I mean, out of one of the 12 tribes, once you know that, it's very important that you try to please the Father and not please America, because all you're doing is setting yourself up for destruction. You know what I mean? It says, special people unto himself. So like it says, and the Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord said that we will be better than all these other nations, you know what I mean, that walk this earth. All these other nations that look down on you, You know what I mean? Because of the color of your skin, or because you might play bounce a basket or wrestle better than their daughter or son, because you might shoot a basketball better than their daughter or son. All these people that look down on you, the Lord said that you above all of them. I mean, He looked at you as more as a better child. It's like, come. The Lord will look at you like you're a better child. You see what I'm saying? So, to understand that the Blacks, Spanish, Native Indians, you are God's chosen people. I mean, so my thing is, what is next? What do we have to do next? Yeah, I mean, why is it when you look at us, why are we at the bottom? Yeah, I mean, why we're not at the top? If we the best at everything in this world, if we better at the best basketball player, the best golf, the best football player, the best dancer, the best boxer, if we the best thing on this earth, if we do things better than any other nation on this earth, why is it that we are in the situation that we are in today? Why do we keep getting ripped off? You know what I mean? Every time, I mean, we get a good opportunity. Why is that? Why do the other nations look at to hunt you down? You see what I'm saying? Why are we at the bottom? The reason why we at the bottom is because, like, for one, I just brought out, we don't know who we are. And for two, because we didn't follow God's laws, statutes. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm about to bring out. You know what I mean? Because today is Monday and we're going over the laws. And part of it is to know why we're in the situation that we're in today. Why are we at the bottom? And that's because we don't follow God's laws. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. It says, and it shall come to pass. What does that mean? When it says it shall come to pass, meaning it shall happen. It's going to happen. If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments. So we're supposed to hearken, listen closely unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God is going to set us on high. So this is right here, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. It's telling us, man, look, guys, Most High is telling us, if we do all my commandments, you know what I mean, that he set to us this day, that we'll get blessed. You know what I mean? We'll be set on high above all nations that don't fix my earth. Lock it. No, that's it. You good. Twerk. And with that, pass the class over to priest and officer of 1,000 in the car.
Water, for holding it down. It's one more curse. What's going on, sir? Hey, I'm taking this. What's going on, everybody? You already know what it is. Biblical law class. Let's give a hand to Officer NATHANIAAHLA for holding it down. All right. So y'all see the topic today. There's a lot going on this week. I mean, from court cases to evidence revealings. I mean, I think we can all learn something from this week. You agree? Hey, do we have that? I think they probably took it upstairs. Is that the phone holder?
Phone holder?
Yeah. I don't know if we got the phone holder. Thank you. My man. Appreciate you. All right, so it's a lot to discuss. We got Diddy, Cassie, Tory Lanez, DDG, the young brother DDG, Haley Berry. We got Cardi B. We got a whole lot to discuss today, Nathan. I gotta do this quick because we gonna, we can only run these classes but so long. We can't hold everybody up here. You know what I mean? All right, let me just get this camera right. This camera rolling. All right. So, all right, let's get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. All right, so law class. We're gonna get into this law. We're going to get straight to it. Deuteronomy 7-6. You can read it when you have it.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
All right.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said that we are a holy people. All right. So as I'm looking online and I'm seeing how everybody's moving and operating, it doesn't seem like we are holy people. We seem like a people that is joined with hand in hand with every other nation on the face of this earth. That is a bad thing for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. That is a horrible thing for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We cannot be like these other nations of people, right? Give me Jeremiah 10:2. Jeremiah 10:2. Show y'all something in his Bible. Man, God said that we are holy people. We are a separate people. We're not supposed to behave like all these other nations. But because of our ignorance, we do behave like these other nations, and we reap the rewards. But even worse, when we go and follow these other nations, when we go and take on the identity and the spirit of these other nations, right? If you look inside the Black, Hispanic, Native American community, we sell drugs just like the white man, right? We unalive our own people just like the white man, right? So now look at how their community is versus how our community is, right? God don't want us doing those things. We have curses that befalls us, man, because we didn't listen to the Most High. We ain't listening to Christ. So we are falling so low on the totem pole, Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. I just seen white South Africans come here and be able to get all types of a package deal. They came here, refugees, and they said, we know the hardship that you've been going through. They had a whole speech before everybody. That angered me. But I said I couldn't even finish watching it because I'm like, damn, my brothers and sisters is coming over here because they're starving. They coming over here because they're running from the drug wars that's going on back at home. They're running from being extorted, seeing a family being executed right in front of their face. Is well knowledge that the Hispanics that come here, man, that have drowned in those waters, you know what I mean, have succumbed to injuries, to being unalive, the whole nine, right? Our people have been struggling since the white man had came on these shores, and they came on the shores when we was over there in West Africa. So we got to start using our head and start looking at the underhand. You know what I mean? Looking at not the hand that they want you to see, but look at the hand that they don't want you to see, that they're trying to hide from you. That's why I.S.U.P.K is important. The I.S.U.P.K is important because we're going to show you how to understand your enemy, how to understand the play that is going on, and how you can win. You get me? Hey, Nathan, you good? Yeah, I need you back, teacher. We're gonna read that scripture that you hold.
God, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2.
What?
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. That's what we've been doing. That's why since 1969 we've been teaching this truth. The Lord takes it away, and he took away this truth. Scripture says that he's going to take away and he's going to bring it back. You know, in our ignorance, man, we was in a Christian church. And at one point in time, the Christian church was not so sissified the way how it is now. Nowadays, it is the rest haven for all types of evil. But at one point in time, you couldn't even sing R&B music, Nathan. If you sing about having laying down with your woman, you understand, kissing on her, feeling on her, that'll be called devil music. Because that's how much we was trying to get away from the evil. Because we have endured evil for so long under that white man on them plantations. So when we got a chance to actually serve God, man, we try to serve God with all our heart and all our might and all our soul. But then the LGBTQ moved into our churches, man. pastors and preachers got they sold out. Number one preacher and pastor and reverend is Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King sold us to the white man on a gold platter, Nathan, with rubies on the edge. You know what I mean? With that's the plate that you only bring out for the delicacies. You know what I mean? We are the delicacies. You know where to find that at? In the book of Revelations, where it says, they have enjoyed her delicacies. If you find that, Most High in Christ, like we are being consumed on this earth, man. And what I'm seeing on the news right now is the product of us being consumed. I'm looking on the internet right now. I'm looking at the internet, and they talking about Diddy is doing horrible things to women and to men. You can't forget the men, Nathan. Right. He's doing horrible things to men. They said that Diddy wanted a man to ejaculate on his former wife, his ex-wife, Cassie, and then he wanted it rubbed, that same ejaculation rubbed on him. That is something that is from another nation of people. When you look in the Bible, we do not get down like that. Right. Diddy learned that from other nations. And guess what? Diddy also, 9 out of 10, Diddy is also a product of molestation, of sexual abuse. His mom was, I think she was a prostitute. I think the mom was a prostitute. Yeah, the mom was a prostitute, and she would bring the tricks home. Who knows if one of the tricks did something to Diddy? And Diddy been turned out ever since, right? Diddy wanted to be in the industry, right? So what you think the white man? You think the white man wasn't orchestrating, wasn't a puppet behind Diddy? Diddy wanted to lay down with the white man. He took on the identity. He was a puppet, and Diddy felt like he was on so much cocaine and Molly and ketamine and crack, whatever, and Don Julio, whatever the hell, the Rugolo, whatever the liquor he is on, and he felt like he was a king of the world. Why? Because he was consuming the delicacies of that Babylon have on that tray. Diddy did bad business and sold out his own people as well. And this is all a product of the war that we fighting right here on earth as Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. So many of our people is falling for the trickery of our enemies. Like I'm looking online right now, Nathan. The sister, matter of fact, read the scripture that I didn't got you to find it. I don't want to move on from that scripture. You can read it when you have it. Bubba, get shut.
Which one? Delicacy one?
Yes, please.
Come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 3.
Go ahead.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Keep going.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah, all these nations then laid down with the white man, right? All these nations, and then you have particular people of us, like your Oprahs, your Steve Harveys, your Martin Luther Kings. All of those people sat down at those tables, man, and sold out. You understand? They sold out, and Diddy felt like he was on top of the world. He's sniffing all that cocaine. He felt like he was on top of the world. He felt like he can abuse people and blackmail people like he was a white man. That's a little crazy. You know what I mean? The white man, he is the best extortionist. You see how the war going on over in Africa. When the one young warrior was like, the one young African warrior was like, listen, y'all ain't gonna keep extorting us, man. Y'all ain't gonna keep. They said that from the minerals that France was getting from their land, they were supposed to at least get like 80 billion, right? They were supposed to be making at least like 80 billion off the minerals. You know how much they was making a year? 8 billion. They was getting extorted. You understand? They like, yo, you don't want America messing with you, right? Well, you gotta be in bed with us. You get what I'm saying? We can no longer allow these people to consume us. We can't allow that. So you gotta listen to Officer Nathan when he tell you, man, you better get in class. Hey, you got a son? Bring your son in here. You got a little brother? Bring your kids here. Bring your family in these doors. Because if you don't do it, they're gonna die. They're gonna be consumed just like the rest of us in the world does. Nathan, am I saying something wrong? Am I lying? Am I saying something that's so crazy? I guess because we be out there on the streets teaching Nathan. You understand? I feel like that them street teachers be working. With the brothers is bringing out is heavy on them street corners. They say they want to say something about us Israelites because we go out and we teach. We go out in the street corners and we teach our people. We warn our people from the destruction that's going to happen. Well, in the city of Philadelphia, they killed a young brother that all he wanted to do is make positive music. They robbed him for his change. What that goes to tell you? All that trying to be soft and kind doesn't effing work. You need somebody to be a father to you. You need somebody to be a big brother to you. Somebody that's going to tell you the truth either you like it or not. I think, ain't that what a parent does, Nathan? They're going to tell you the truth. They're going to give you the wisdom that you need. And if you don't listen, hey, shalom, Lord be with you. You get what I mean? Many times, man. Many times, me and Nathan didn't talk to people. Hey, man, you better get in class. You better change. Next thing we look up, dang, yo, I'm in a jam. Nathan, we talked to one brother. He had the ultimate revelation hit on him. You know what I mean? Had to find out something crucial about one of his brothers. We told him, hey, don't follow that nigga. Oh, you want to follow him? Hey, no sweat. Lord be with you, brother. Revelation happened. Damn, I couldn't believe that happened. We tried to tell you. But hey, listen, you still don't want to listen to us? No sweat. You get what I mean? We ain't casting pearls before swine. We got to teach you the truth. We understand your world because we was able to get out of it. You got to get out of the matrix. You got to get out of this mindset that, you know, the world is what you see it on TV and what it appears, what it tastes like, what it feels like. No, you got to actually dig your hands in the dirt and understand what's going on. You got to be able to silence your mind and be able to really look around you. Once you really look around you and you start seeing the truth, you be like, damn, yo, we fucking slaves, man. Like, do you understand? Listen, Nathan, I remember my first time coming up in this joint, right? Back in like 2013, 2014. And I battled so much in this damn school. Like, I battled day and night. I would just come to class just to battle. Spiritually, something was pulling me in. Carnally, I wanted to battle, but I also wanted to understand what was being said. You get what I mean? So one day, they just broke down something and it was like, nigga, you is a slave. And I was like, yo, I got up out my chair and was like, yo, what the? Like, I'm sitting there, I was bugged out. Because the Bible, it lets you know how you are a slave. How you have no power for real. I hear so many people talk about, oh, see, y'all always want to blame the white man. Y'all always want, all you gotta do is get your money right and do what you need to do for yourself and make sure you and your family cool. That is a slave mentality. That's the same niggas that had got freedom and not came back to get anybody else because they were so effing selfish. Harriet Tubman had more heart than them. I pray you understand. See me one more time, Nathan? Say no, stop. I'll catch you. That was a little jokey joke, but like I'm saying though, You gotta get out. We have to get out of this matrix, this mindset, this prison that we are in our mind. Give me where it says in Deuteronomy, where it says in Deuteronomy chapter 28, where it says a yoke of iron. You can start at verse 48. Go ahead.
Well, verse 4, where it says, "Come out of her," would that go with what you saying?
Yeah, come out of her, man. Like a lot of listen, that's a two-way street right there. Let me tell you something. You need to come out of the spirit of America because it's not doing us no good. Yeah, you can read it. Go ahead. But hold on, I want to say this too. And you also need to come out of these damn hoes.
Right.
Too many of y'all brothers love these hoes, and y'all laying down with these hoes, and y'all destroying yourselves. Look at Tory Lanez, all because he laid down with some 304s. I gotta watch what I'm saying this time. He laid down with some promiscuous women, some harlots. You know what I mean? Scallywags. We used to call them platters back in the day. Remember that? That's old school right there. That show our age. It laid down with platters. Everybody can get their picking out of that platter, man. Tory Lanez laid down with some platters, and now he in prison and got stabbed up 14 times. He's in critical condition. But hey, here goes something. Today, Tory Lanez defense team just found some good evidence that might help the brother get the hell out of jail so he won't have to fight for his life no more. Well, it comes to find out that the hoe that he laid down with from out of the two hoes that he was dealing with, she admitted that she shot Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion knows. But let me tell you something, brothers. Hoes gonna stick together. A hoe gonna be a hoe. You ever heard that expression? A hoe is gonna be a hoe. One thing I learned when I was in the world is that you cannot be around hoes. Because when you're around hoes, you know what happens? Dumb stuff happens. Nathan, am I lying? That's why most men, if you ever notice, most men, they have fun with a hoe and throw it away. Now, I'm not saying to do that at all. But what I'm saying is a hoe is disposable, right? And what Tory Lanez was doing, he was messing with this one. He like, yeah, I got these hoes. Now look at him. Because God said not to deal with hoes, not to deal with these promiscuous women, to get you a good woman. He got all that damn money. Why you couldn't get you you like hoes? Okay, why don't you just get you 5 bad Jones or 10 bad Jones and marry them all? They can all be your wife. God won't see you as a sinner. You can take care of them. You know what I mean? They'll take care of your home. They'll make sure that you're comfortable. You understand? And you don't have to go through what you're going through, Tory Lanez. You get what I mean? A lot of you brothers out there, you don't have to go through what you're going through if you stop messing with these hoes. Read what you got, Nathan.
God, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
My what?
My people.
My people. You better come out of this world, man. This world is going to destroy you. I've seen it so many damn times. Like when I tell you, I've seen it far too many times. I've seen niggas go to jail. I've seen niggas die. I've seen niggas get shot up. I've seen men lose their marbles from being in this world, from taking on the religions, taking on the ideology, taking on the social construct of this world. You can't take on this world and indulge it to consume it. You can't consume this world. That is a plate that you want to push away from you, because if you take on that plate, when you do eat of that plate, the same plate that the world consumes, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You're going to lose. I guarantee you this. That's why the Black, Hispanic, Native American household is garbage. How many people you see online will have a baby, and next thing you know, they talking about they single. They talking about that, snapback is real. My next nigga is gonna be this and that. It doesn't register to reality. Like somebody like me and the Thun, if we look at that situation, we like, this is not life. Why do you just had a baby with this man? Now y'all not together. Now the kid got to go to mommy house and daddy house, and now you got to go through that they're gonna go through the custody battle. You know that they're gonna weaponize the child. Y'all think I'm lying? Look at Haley Bailey, whatever her damn name is, DDG baby mama. The young brother seems like a brother that actually wants to take care of his kid. It's a lot of women out here. There's women out here that has children and they can't even, the kid don't even get a phone call. You know what I mean? He wouldn't piss on the damn child if it was on fire. Here you go. This sister, because she's so brainwashed, she feels as though that, she has to be the controlling parent. One instance, this sister, and then y'all know who this is. This is one of Beyonce's artists. She's also played in Little Mermaid. You know what I mean? She also played in Little Mermaid. This sister, the son and the dad has an amazing relationship. The dad is a streamer. So he got his son on stream. She's getting mad at him, cursing him out online. And then when people started getting at her, like, yo, why you acting like that? You know what I mean? Like, he got just as much right to that son as you do. Come to find out, she withholding, she's holding out DDG from being able to take care of his son and be able to see his son. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden she want to talk about, oh yeah, he abused me and this and that. And they coming out with the receipts was like, yo, how did this happen when Bull was here? You know what I mean? She getting a restraining order on him. Now she trying to limit him from being able to see his kid. Let me tell you something. You peasy in the back of your damn neck, dog-headed bitches out there. You better stop doing that to your damn kid's father, man. If that man want to be in his kid's life, you let that man be in his kid's life, man. Because if you don't allow that man to love his children the way how a father's supposed to love his children, your son is going to become a Diddy. He's going to be just like Diddy, on drugs, getting high, having sex with men, all types of nastiness. He's going to go to jail just like Diddy. Diddy in jail right now. Yeah, I mean, Diddy's in jail right now as we speak. You don't want to have that structure in your kid's life? Okay. Well, your kids is going to show you that when they get older, when they in and out of prison, when they dead. You think most of these young men out here that's dying don't have a father that want to be in their life? I guarantee you, majority of these young men that is dying in our streets have a father somewhere, and that man had to go through hell to try to get some type of visitation or some type of rights to his damn kid. On child support, probably went to jail, and now that kid is dead because the mother wanted to be an evil bitch. We gonna tell the truth tonight. We gonna tell the truth tonight. We ain't gonna bite our tongue. We're gonna keep it real with you. If you want to keep the son out of it, keep your children's father out of your kid's life, guess what? Your son gonna die. Your son gonna be a homosexual. He's gonna catch something. He's gonna beat on women. You understand? Because most of y'all women out there, even when y'all keep the kid away from the father, you is not a good role model, even in your actions. They just had Mother's Day, Nathan. I should have put a post up like, if you got your baby dad on child support, yeah, you taking care of his kid. Hey, you don't deserve no damn Mother's Day. I gotta go there with y'all, man. I gotta ruffle your feathers because ain't nobody going to do it but the I.S.U.P.K. We gonna make you think. We telling you it's real. You can say, I hate them niggas. I hate what they teach about. They hate group, they're called and all that. Guess what's gonna be real? That you're a bitter bitch, and your son is probably dead already, or he's going to finna die or go to jail. You understand? And this is another thing too. Your children are always going to give you a realization in life eventually. What do I mean by that? Them kids is going to show you that they miss their father, that they wish that they had a father. And a lot of times kids say, hey, where's my dad? And then you evil bitches would say some evil things about their father, knowing that that father is on a block list, knowing that you got a restraining order on the damn father, when all the father wanted to do is take care of their damn kids. Am I lying to them? This is a common thing. You know how many times I done told women that I counseled on numerous accounts, I said, you want to be another statistic down at family court? You want white people to look at you just like how they look at every other black person, that you can't manage a household. That's how you want them to look at you. You know how disgusting that is? That is disgusting. That, oh, we got a co-parent. Oh, what's wrong with co-parenting? You're an effing quitter. You're a loser. If you're the one that caused the split in a relationship, and now you want to talk about some co-parenting, you are a loser. Go ahead.
John, so if I could, I seen something on Instagram where a brother said, he said, so let me do women's math. He said you would leave your baby father because he cheated on you. For you to go deal with another man that explains to you he's not ready for a relationship and you deal with other women. You keep dealing with him. Why not just think the baby father?
Bro, let me give you another that rolls over to the next discussion. Cardi B was seen with NFL wide receiver Stephon Diggs. All right, now if anybody know anything about, let me tell you from what I'm able to observe. Okay, she left Offset because Offset was having sex with a lot of hoes, right? That my thing is this, bitch. Why would you ever think that Offset was only going to have sex with you? Why would you ever think that you will be the only woman? He's young, he's rich. Women love him. He's in one of the hottest groups in hip hop history, and you think that he was only going to have sex with you? That's like inviting your crackhead uncle and auntie over your house and expecting them leaving them in your house alone for 24 hours and think that you ain't gonna have nothing missing when you get back. Do that make sense, Nathan? You supposed to come back and be like, yeah, I got a whole house. Nothing is missing out of this house. I left my crackhead aunt and uncle here. They ain't gonna steal nothing from me. I trust them. What the hell is wrong with you? Offset was going to have sex with other women. Nathan, am I saying something that's wrong? If your sister would have came to you, was like, yeah, I'm about to talk to Chris Brown. Yeah, Chris Brown want to marry me. He said he want to be with me. He said, I'm the only woman that he want to be with. You go look at your sister, you gonna be like, oh, all right, you that stupid. You that kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Cardi B is stupid. And I'm gonna show you the stupidity of her and every other sister. Now she just go ahead.
Kind of like, if I could real quick. It's crazy. I was just telling somebody at my job that like any nigga with motion got a female that.
Listen, I know niggas with no motion, with a little bit of motion, they got like 5 ribs. So you telling me a nigga with a lot of motion ain't going, that ain't he in the world? The nigga get high. Nigga's a drug addict. Nigga get high every day. And you think that he's not going to have sex with hoes? As soon as you get off the phone with him, the girl is right there, ready to give him everything that she has. I'm saying something that's different. So this is why a lot of you sisters out there, y'all need to have a father in your life. You need to blame your mother for not setting you up for success in life. Because Cardi B, she went out. She been dealing with the guy Stefan Diggs. In his videos, Stefan Diggs in the locker room, right? And somebody like the NFL camera crew was like, yeah, who is the one person on your team that you would never want to date your sister? And you know who everybody said? Stefan Diggs. You know what I mean? And the camera got to him. He said, dang, why everybody say me? I'm not even that bad. And everybody looked at him like, nigga, you is crazy. Found out that he is not a good team member to have on his team. Horrible team member. You know what I mean? Supposed to be a leader, ain't a leader. So he got switched over to what, 3 teams within what, 4 years? That's a bad job, Nathan. You agree? That's a bad job. So now, here we go. Cardi B got him now. Last thing I know that he had another baby on the way. Now he's with her. Now here's the thing though, Nathan, like you were saying. You was mad at your ex-husband because he had sex with other women. Now you are settling for a nigga that got another baby on the way. And you outside sporting, y'all holding hands, courtside and all that. Come on, Nathan. Who the hell doing that if you ain't serious about him? Would you be doing that? If you was a celebrity, it ain't your girl, you like, you ain't mine yet. You gotta prove yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Game right there.
Yeah, like nah.
I show you my girl.
So that's what I'm saying.
The whole time she doing everything.
So
gotta show me, everybody can cook.
Look, hey, everybody can make sloppy Joe.
Yeah, they get to this game.
You know what I mean? But look, so this is the other part that's crazy, right? So boom, you got that. Now, it's sisters in the comments. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all sisters got to smarten up, right? Sisters in the comments talk about, yeah, she upgraded. Yeah, girl, I see you. Yeah, girl, don't worry about none of these F niggas. I'm like, yo, he's an F nigga. He's one of the biggest. He's an NFL player that travels to different cities every week. You know what I mean? He's on record for being a scumbag. And y'all saying that this is an upgrade? He's just as worse as Offset. And I'm in the comments like, yo, you know that this dude is just as bad as Offset, right? What are we talking about? And like they start coming up with all these excuses. I'm like, yo, this is why y'all relationships don't work. Because you are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. You're destroyed because your father was never there in your life. Your mother and your father is not smart. Your father is not smart because he should never dealt with your mom. And your mom is not smart because she should never dealt with your father. What it should have been done is picking up this Bible and learning here in I.S.U.P.K. This is how you actually be able to get a good family. You want a good nuclear family? You tired of being single and taking care of that damn kid by yourself or them kids by yourself? You tired of hopping from rod to rod? Come get an I.S.U.P.K. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna show you how to maintain a family, how to be a person that can be in the family, be around people. Some of us can't even coexist with somebody else, yet alone be able to have our own family in the home, right? But like I was saying with the whole Cardi B thing, you know what I mean? Everybody that was just like gassing that situation up. Cardi B did not learn her lesson. Cardi B is just like every other sister out here. Just because she got money and fame don't mean nothing. She is just like every other sister out here. She's going to repeatedly make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Go ahead.
It's crazy because if you look at it and if people think about it, if I mean, no matter what state you in life, a nigga's going to like doesn't matter the rich woman on earth. You deal with another rich man. He's going to deal with another woman. If y'all both poor, he's going to deal with another woman. If y'all both got a regular 9 to 5, he's still going to deal with another woman. It's like, doesn't matter what level in life you feel like, oh, gee, tripping, he got a lot of money, okay? Doesn't matter. A man's going to be a man.
Listen, a man, a wicked man, give me Deuteronomy, I think it was like 22, let me see, like 23. It says, thou shalt not be a whore or a sodomite.
What, the daughter?
Yeah. It says, thou shalt not be, there shall not be any whores of the daughter of Israel. You know what I'm talking about?
God.
You can read it when you have it.
Yeah, it is. Okay, here, go ahead. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17. Thou shalt be no whore of the daughter of Israel.
When I look on, when I'm looking online, when I'm looking into the world, this is not understood from God's words. And when you say this, people say, oh, you shouldn't judge. Toni Braxton is seen on she's on the internet. Her son graduated from Howard University, one of the top HBCUs in the country, right? The graduation is supposed to be about him. No, the mom, I think a day after Mother's Day or something like that, whatever, she goes there in lingerie. She is an old ass woman. She like in her 50s, pushing 60, still being a hoe. And my question is, why do we believe that this is a lifestyle that we can live? I'll tell you why, because the white man overly sexualized our people. Let me get you some understanding. These celebrities, all of the photo shoots, who you think is telling them to take them photo shoots? It's a Jewish man. They're taking the photo shoots. The promiscuity in our people when it comes to entertainment, they were the ones that pushed our women to be overly sexualized. Even when it comes to music, the one sister, it was a sister originally in the Black Eyed Peas. It was a black sister that when the Black Eyed Peas first came out, it was a sister that, you know, that was in the group. They wanted her to be more sexually appealing because they wanted to get more mainstream. She gave it up. She said, I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm on. Shout out to that sister. But guess what? There's so many other sisters that's out here that gave in. Look at Pam Grier. Look at what's all the other sisters out there? Even Aretha Franklin. You would think Aretha Franklin was a wholesome woman. No, she was a hoe too. You ever seen the pictures of her with the damn see-through fishnet gown on? I said, yo, what in the world? I couldn't believe it. What's some others? Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, all them little video vixens. And all them video vixens was there to promote whoredom amongst our people. And when you see what they do, they had the light-skinned girl, you know what I mean, or the lighter-skinned chick, right? They have her looking a certain look and all of that, right? And they was doing that to try to get our women to buy the weave, to buy the designer clothes, to want to be a whore just like them. So now, because we've been manipulated by multimedia, we fall. You understand? And us brothers, we got to understand this too. Like when you lay down with a woman, man, God said that is your wife. So why would you ever look at this woman and say, all right, I'm going to marry this woman, knowing that she is a whore, knowing that, hey, if I have sex with this woman, she's going to put me on child support. That's where your head should be at. But most of us niggas, we think that, oh yeah, you know, she look good. Now I'm gonna go and lay down with her. You shouldn't multiply your house with a whore, man. That is a bad idea. You know what I mean? Give me the scripture where it says a harlot is a deep ditch. You know what I'm talking about? You'll recognize it once you read it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta really be conscious of what you're doing. Like I tell brothers all the time, like when you come into the truth, you're gonna be tested, and it's gonna be that time you're gonna get that phone call late. And it's gonna be a girl that you always wanted to crack, or it's gonna be that one girl that you know that, hey, I can't take her serious, but hey, you know, when we get down, we get down. They're gonna call you. They're gonna reach out. They might just pop up on you, and you're gonna have to deny them. You're gonna have to deny the engagement, because if you don't, what you're gonna do is you putting yourself at risk for. They said in Philadelphia alone, 18,000 people have been tested positive for HIV, AIDS, and herpes, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, you know, all them other little nasty things that you can catch out here. You can't be playing out here, man, for sure now. You know what I mean? You can read what you got, brother.
This is the Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 27. For a whore is a deep ditch.
I didn't say this. Say it one more time.
And for a whore is a deep ditch.
A whore is a deep ditch, meaning when you lay down with a woman, that's your wife, right? You can have more than one wife, according to God. Now, again, like I was saying, you get with this sister, she look good, she talk a good game. I'll give you a prime example. Cassie. Did y'all hear what happened in that courtroom? The husband stormed out the courtroom once everything was being revealed. Imagine finding out that your wife got over 500 bodies, and you kissing her and made her your wife, and you got her. She's pregnant right now. And all he can think about is knowing that what men did to her. Now, let me give y'all a little bit of game, right? Everybody, you think Cassie innocent? Nothing? Is Cassie innocent?
No.
Why you say she's not innocent?
one, it was one girl I seen, she allowed a man to pee on her. She wanted to.
Okay.
That right there tells me that she was in game or she had some type of pleasure to certain things that went on.
Okay. This how I look at it both ways. But I know the insider that makes it blow up in her face. When she first came out, remember she came out with that song? Yeah. Yeah, that joint was hot, right? Who you think wrote that for her? No. That was before Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Leslie.
Huh?
Ryan Leslie.
Okay.
Ryan Leslie is a brother that made a lot of hit songs behind the scenes. He was behind writing for a lot. He made a lot of hits. If you look at his hits and see what he had a hand in, that's like The Dream. The Dream got a lot of hits. He produced a lot of hits. No, you good. You know what I mean? The Dream produced a lot of hits. But you would never know if you don't look at the credits. You know what I mean?
Why?
Can't be right.
Please let me.
Oh,
Please let me.
No,
Please, I can't do words.
I'm saying, you go down the street though.
I already know whatever it is.
This is the school.
You have to leave.
You got people coming in and out of here. You can't just be right like this.
Excuse me, y'all. We got some eat and wait up front.
Hey, you can't be right here.
Excuse me, y'all.
No, I understand that, but
I'm just listen.
I understand this. People come in and out of here. So you try to let me there right
They
now.
are?
Yeah.
No, I didn't do that.
You see me came to the door.
I didn't see nobody.
Saying, you see me came to the door.
You.
And you start begging, please let you stay when call me out.
All right. I'm fine.
You good?
I'm fine. All right.
Huh?
I'm in.
All right.
All right. We good?
Yeah.
All right. That's that Edomite
Yeah.
that was up there. All right, I see. So, boom, The Dream. A bunch of niggas that made songs behind the scenes. Ryan Leslie, one of them brothers, and he got some good music. So Ryan Leslie, she was a model, right? Young, right? I think she got in the game like 19. Don't worry about it. Let's just stay focused. Let's stay focused. So look, boom. Ryan Leslie caught her when she was like 19, right? 19, 20. Now look. Now Ryan Leslie, he was dealing with her. And he was trying to produce her. He was producing her music. He was really writing for her. Right? Boom. He tried to put Diddy, he tried to like get her on a, try to get her some business through Diddy. Now here go Diddy looking at her like, Diddy, he all coked up, mollied up. You know what I mean? He looking at her like, shoot, I need her on my team. So what she did was she started dealing with Diddy behind Ryan Leslie back. And then lo and behold, he had to find out the whole other way that she was dealing with this cat. Right? Now, the portion of a wicked woman is a wicked man. Like a wicked woman is going to get a wicked man. It's going to happen. That's what Cassie went through. Cassie had somebody that was trying to be down with her, trying to see her elevate. That's why he brought her to Diddy. He ain't think nothing of it. And then with Diddy, try to do some backdoor sham on it. He's like, yo, Diddy, what's going on? I thought we was cool. Dang, you took my broad and all that? Dang, that's crazy. She did him dirty. So now when I see her up on the stage, Cassie got exactly what she asked for. She thought that Diddy was this high value man, and she realized that Diddy was a scumbag, just like all the other men that she was dealing with before, right? And Diddy, I mean, he turned her out. She had to go to rehab. She was getting high every day, snorting. Do you understand that people go on coke binges? You ever heard about that? Like, I'm pretty sure if you look in Diddy's nose, he probably don't have nothing, no inside in his nose. His nostrils is probably gone. Right? He can probably fit a goddamn, put a rope up his nose and it come out his mouth with no problem. I lie to you not. He has millions of dollars. And if he was this abusive man that Cassie admits to, they was both getting high. You understand? And he had her strung out on drugs. You know what I mean? She was participating in, he said that Cassie was participating in sex binges and orgies that lasted for 4 days. When they said it was blood everywhere, it was semen everywhere, urine everywhere, baby oil everywhere, and to the point where they had to give a lot of money just for that room to be redesigned, and also give people hush money. Go ahead.
Kind of, if I could, listen, the Bible is so heavy because if you want to have a precept of what you're saying. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 23.
I knew you was going there. Go ahead.
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Look at Cardi B and look at Haley Bailey. And I heard that she's messing with Brent Fires. Brent Fires, the women love Brent Fires. I mean, he has a cult following. I seen the girls lined up going crazy, passing out. I said, damn, you would think this nigga was Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? She think that DDG is going to be, was bad. Brent Fires is going to be the same thing. You left that man just so that you can go get with a man that's probably just going to be just as worse. He's an R&B young singer. What you think will happen? He's going to be in another city. There's going to be a woman that got a fatter butt than you, bigger breast than you, that's prettier than you, and he's going to tie fire to her behind Haley Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Ain't even got to have all that.
Yeah, you got to have all that.
Another woman.
This is going to be another woman. She might be uglier than you. He like, shit, come on. You know what I mean? Come on.
It's like, if I could, I'm going to say, because if you notice, you know, females always try to compare the system. Like, she don't know nothing better than me. Yeah, because they don't take for a woman to look better than you. That's not what it takes. It's just like somebody.
Roger, what you saying is right. And what you brought out in that scripture is right as well. You know, to double down on that, man, like, you got to look at, like, I'm trying to tell you, Cassie called herself trying to she thought that she was moving up. She said, yeah, Diddy want me. Yeah, you know, he said he gonna do this for me, gonna do this for me. It took that one time for Diddy, that smile Diddy put on, that smile went fade away and slapped the dog shit out of her. It's like for my language. I mean, he beat on her like she was a pinata in that hallway. You know what I mean? And she tried to run away. She tried to run. Tell you something, man. If you sisters out there in an abusive relationship, you better run. You better send his ass to jail. You better win. You better win that battle. I pray you understand. Don't let no man think that he got power over you to try to destroy you. Like, that's what you getting into the relationship for a man to destroy you. That's what you want. Again, I don't feel bad for Cassie. Cassie got exactly what she asked for. She got that high value man. She left Ryan Leslie. I'm trying to tell you. Go look it up, Nathan. Go look it up. Ryan Leslie literally was trying to save her from dealing with Diddy. All he was trying to do was get a joint deal, you know what I mean, so she can get some money, you know, he can get some money, you know, everybody can make some bread, you know what I mean? Like, he was just trying to make some moves. Diddy, being a slum dog that he is, did her dirty, man. And again, like, it's going to be a lot of stuff that's coming out about Diddy. There's going to be a lot that's coming out about Diddy. Diddy thought that he was on top of the world. He felt like Esau would never turn his back on him, right? Thought that all this brother love and all that and all that bull crap that he was spewing, he thought that was, you know, it was the drugs talking to thing. Brother love, yeah, he love, all right. He gonna love you on your butt. You know what I mean? He is more. Look, Fleece Johnson don't got nothing on him. One of the boys said booty is more important than water. That nigga Diddy was watching men take his women down. And Cassie felt as though that Diddy was the one. You know what I mean? Like, real quick, bro. This nigga had niggas from Philly walking to go get him a cheesecake. You think that like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is why fathers is important, you stupid bitches out there. You know what I'm saying? Fathers are important because they stop girls from thinking that, you know, this make-believe fantasy that love is a fairy tale. No, fathers are going to tell you marriages are hell if you don't get the right one. But for sure, don't deal with somebody like Diddy. Like, if Cassie had a strong father in her life, if her father kept God's commandments, if Cassie kept God's commandments, there's no way Cassie would have had to go through that. She would have looked online and was like, yo, that nigga had grown people walking on national TV to go get some cheesecake? What type of nigga is that? Yo, he out of pocket. I ain't about to marry him. But for the love of this world, for the love of money, when you conform to this world, yeah, Diddy and Cassie will be a relationship. Cardi B would, you know, go with another guy that is just as trash as her ex-husband. Haley Bailey will believe that she can keep the father away from his son. Like, that is one of the evilest things you can do to a man. That's the evilest thing you can do to a father, is keep him away from his children. I seen if he was a threat. All that man care about is his son. Even when he was sick, people were like, oh, he can't go see his son. He can't have his son. He can't do this. He can't do that. Why can't he? All he had to do was just pick his son up, go to a quarantine place, and kick back with his son. He can take care of his son. No, because a lot of you women out there believe that you can be a monster and everybody got to do what you say to do because what? Because you had the baby in your stomach for 9 months. What about what the father had to do? He had to work and make sure that you was good. He put in that work. That baby didn't get inside you by yourself. You know what I mean? Last time I checked, it's 23 chromosomes from each person to make a baby. So what are we talking about? Nathan, you was holding something?
I'm still reading that scripture.
Yeah, you can keep reading that scripture.
Come. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Say it one more time.
But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Listen, man, you better get yourself in the truth. You better get you some real good footing in the truth. Because when you are solidified in this truth, when you actually serving God, again, everything becomes clear. Like when I came into the school, man, and I took on the responsibility of serving the Lord, you know, and taking after my people. I was like, okay, I gotta move a certain way. You understand? Because I see the okie doke. I see what they want us to do. Like, I see that they want me and the Thunder hate each other, right? I see that they want me to teach the young boys how to have, you know, to go be a trick. You know, a lot of old heads is teaching these young boys how to make the same mistakes that they did. This nigga is literally, you ever ever at a job site and the old heads be trying, they be like, yeah, look at this little young John right here, man. Yeah, I be spending money on that. You ever seen that before?
Nah.
Oh my God, man. See, I used to work in the kitchen.
It's like, I'm the old head. Son.
See me again, Warren. See me again, the thumb. Bubble shop say no. But no, listen, always be at the job, be teaching these young boys how to be tricks, teaching these young boys, you know, to go lay down with hoes. And you would think that nigga is on child support. Yeah, I remember this cat I used to work with. He showed me his check. This man, all this man did was work. That's all he did. He'd do doubles and all that. He showed me a check. Brother, when I tell you he actually did doubles, how much you want to think it was on that check? He did over 40. He probably did like 60 hours. How much you think was on his check?
You said like 60 hours? Depends on the week.
Now, mind you, think about it. Let's talk.
How much you making?
Probably making like what? 13, 12.
13, 12 hours?
Mm-hmm.
He's seeing about 13. Probably saying like 900, 800. Is this every 2 weeks?
Yeah, every 2 weeks. So what?
Yeah.
That 1 week he did 60, my fault. So 80 plus 30. So the check was like 110 at least.
110.
100 hours. 100 hours on one check.
13. That's still like
So
500.
So look.
I say like that. No, I give him no more than like.
Now put child support on it.
I give him no more than 11 or 12. How much is
now put child support? Put child support. How much you think his check was?
How much is child support taken out?
Guess how much they took out of child support?
How much?
They only had 67 cents left.
Yeah, 67 cents left.
On the check.
Damn.
That nigga was making money off of selling weed, liquor, and fire sticks. I said, what? I said, yeah. You got old heads like that working at them jobs. And the best advice they can tell a young brother is make the same mistakes I did. Don't learn from me. Go ahead.
Not even that. I know old head at my old slave I used to work at, he told them to he'll work. He basically working for free. He didn't want to be on books that he was working, so they won't have to take no money away from him. But he would show up to the job for free. I mean, just to try to keep his job. I mean, because how it was, the property manager knew, like they know him. So it was like, I mean, like it was like, oh yeah, go ahead. They allowed him to do it. It was a ratchet jump. They allowed him to do it for like a year. I mean, and yeah, he wasn't paying, he didn't pay no taxes or nothing like that. But he was working for like a year. It was something low, matter of fact. So when they went to court, I think that he only had to pay, something small. And then once he got that, that's when he started to pick up on his job.
I got you. Yeah.
So you gotta go through all that. You missed the line.
Old head, listen, old head went through all that. These old heads go through all that just to teach these young boys to make the same mistakes that they did so that they can be in the same position. I'm here tonight to tell you, if you're a young boy or or you have children that are, you have children. Listen, man, it ain't never cool to be a nigga on child support. It ain't never cool to be somebody that has a broken family. Don't get with a woman that is for the streets. If you see her on the internet and she's shaking her ass and she's showing all types of nastiness, she going out every goddamn weekend, twerking everywhere, don't do it. Get you a wholesome woman, man. Get you a wholesome gal. Get you a woman that you can take home to your parents, show your homeboys. Take your time to get to know these sisters. You understand? Because you don't want to end up like other niggas out here. Again, Tory Lanez just got stabbed up 14 times over some hoes. There's men out here that died over hoes. The rapper from Atlanta, Trouble, he died because of a hoe. Right? You gotta be very, very meticulous. You must be very cautious when it comes to your life. And that's all I'm saying. Like, be cautious. Don't be somebody that you're just going to go ahead and you're going to go and get with this woman just because she look good, just because she smell good. You know what I mean? Just because she talk a good game. No, really give it some time to find out that's going to be the one for you. Just take your time, right? And same thing for you sisters, right? Because I don't want it to be one-sided. None of these things is one-sided. This is knowledge for all. Everything that I say for the men is also coincide for the females. Take your time. A sister like Cardi B needs to clean herself up. You know what I mean? She needs to get off to the drugs. She needs to clean up her act. She needs to be more modest. You know what I mean? You brothers need to get a modest woman. Get a woman that put on some damn clothes. The hell you up there getting with a woman? Like I seen this one broad. I don't know if I was at the market or something. I was at a store. And this sister, she had on these short behind shorts. And she was just staring at me like, I guess she was trying to see if I was looking at her. You know what I mean? She was checking me out, whatever. I'm just looking at her like, shorty, I'm not worrying about you. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you got on these short ass shorts. What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with her, Nathan? What, have sex with her and throw it away? Put my life in jeopardy? Come on, man. Again, 18,000, brother. Anytime you brothers start feeling weak, let me tell you something. You start feeling weak, just remember that the number is 18,000 in Philadelphia or wherever you at. 18,000 in AIDS and HIV and herpes. That is ridiculous. I'm cool. I don't want none of that shit. Salakia. You know what I mean? The thing, like, I ain't trying to get down with that because I don't have time to be carrying that burden. But what I would do is vet a sister. I would take my time to get to know the bro. Like trying to really get the understanding. You sisters, you gotta start being able to do that. That's Sister Cardi B. She can learn a thing or two. Sister Cardi B, she up there. She with another dude that's trash, right? Haley Bailey supposedly supposed to be messing with this R&B singer. Do you not get it through your head that these things is going to continue to happen until you do what God tell you to do? And that's how the Most High is making it, man. He's destroying marriages. He's allowing marriages to self-destruct. He's allowing all these things to happen because we are not serving him. And the Most High knows that his voice is loud and clear on the earth. Because I.S.U.P.K is broadcasting it. You know what I mean? You got anything you want to bring out in the thing before I end the class? You good to go? All right, no sweat. Well, listen, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Commander Jenny YAHANNA. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, man, start making better decisions with your life. Like, don't play with your life. Take your life serious, right? If you want to prosper his life, if you want to be able to master the truth and the world, you got to submerge yourself in the Bible. Like, I always tell myself, like, I want to win when it comes to the truth, and I want to also win when it comes into the world. What do I mean by that? I want to be able to win being a priest and prophet of the Lord, serving the Lord, keeping his commandments, doing what I'm supposed to do. And I also want to be able to win in the world when I have my dealings with people in the world, right? When it comes to my own personal life and my own, gain, as people would say, right? I want to be able to maneuver in the world, be able to do things that I would like to do in the world. It's called mastering. That's why people go to school to master, right? You have people that go to school to master the English language. You have people that go to school to master robotics engineering, right? To master psychology. They're mastering that skill. But you got to master things in your life. You must be able to master your mind. Be able to really quiet your mind and be able to really look at things for what it is, how God tell you to look at it. Once you're able to quiet your mind and take out all the distractions, you'll start to see what God is talking about. You brothers out there, gotta leave them hoes alone. Got to. Because a lot of our families is destroyed because we wind up getting with that wicked women. And you sisters, your life is the way it is because you got with that wicked man. But like the brother Nathan said, man, the portion of a wicked woman is a wicked man. With that being said, I'm in the class with that. Shalom.